Hello and welcome to Paleo Politics, episode 5. I don't have a title or anything to go with this. I've been quite busy. I do apologize for the delay. I have been super busy trying to get everything go together so I can go back to college. Yeah, it's been a hectic couple of weeks. I also had another commitment that I had to work on before I could get to any videos. So today's just going to be a real quick video. Maybe once I get some other stuff done, maybe I can pop out another video, but I'm hoping to at least have a second video by Saturday. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to rant about what's going on. It's absolutely ridiculous how heavy-handed the censorship is on YouTube. I'm just an upcoming YouTube, so I'm not going to discuss everything about on that issue. But if you want to hear me talk about the topic, I will be talking about it on BitChute exclusively. I will have the link to my BitChute channel. I should have my content loaded up on there by today or tomorrow, hopefully, and so that way you guys will be able to see all the videos that I have made private. On my YouTube should be available on to BitChute, and I will have exclusive content on BitChute here in the near future. But do bear with me. I'm going to be pretty busy since I'm going back to college. So this is going to be hectic, but I will make do. I will make sure I get a video, at least a couple of videos out every week. And I also hopefully will have all my stuff together so you'll be able to give to the channel to keep me going. If you like, so I had my Patreon or Subscribe Star or whatever I can get, and I will have that, and I will get that to you guys as soon as possible. So I do apologize for the delay. Everybody that's been patient, I do greatly appreciate it. So to continue on, just what's going on with YouTube is absurd, and I'm frustrated. This is one of the reasons why I took so long I didn't even know if I was going to put any videos on YouTube, and to begin with, because the censorship is just so, it's like communist levels of censorship. How is this even legal, to be honest? It shouldn't be legal, and there should be investigations on this, but for our government so inept, nothing's going to be done about it. So I think it's up to us that we have a mass exodus from the platform and we go over to BitChute or something else, because this is insane. So yeah, that's my feeling about it. I agree with Styx, who just made a video about this regarding Dave Cullen, who is leaving YouTube now and is going to become, I think, a BitChute exclusive creator, or at least, like, I'm not 100% sure on that, but it does look like he's not going to be posting on YouTube too much. So I definitely sympathize with that, and that's probably the route that I will be going in within probably the next year as I start to build up an audience. Anyway, the censorship has to stop. And I think we definitely need to focus on, if you live in the United States, I definitely recommend that you focus on either an American First movement or something that will get us, cycle out these politicians that keep pandering to the corporate class, and focus on more of the working class and that will actually honor the Constitution. For those that don't live in the United States, I would definitely support other platforms like BitChute, which I believe is UK based, and other stuff. Maybe Daily Motion, which is French based, which is not that. I heard is pretty censorious too, but not to the degree as YouTube. and I've heard about Rumble, but I haven't used it, so I'm not going to have, and I don't have an opinion on it. But yeah, so pretty much that's all I had to say on the subject of censorship. Basically, we really need to start focusing on being politically active and write to uh, our senators and our representatives and say there's some stuff needs to be stuff needs to be done about this, because this is blatantly unconstitutional. The next thing I want to talk about is what could be happening in the future. Right now, it looks like for the U.S., Trump is pretty much in a corner right now. It's looking like January 6th is going to be the day to keep an eye on. We're going to have a huge protest there that Trump is calling for all his supporters to flock there and support him. And it sounds like there are going to be Republicans that are going to stand firm, not all of them, like it's going to be like a small amount of Republicans that actually are going to defend Trump and challenge the election. But we'll see. We'll see if that actually happens. My prediction of what will happen is either the votes go through and Biden is elected, and then states will probably start seceding. That's my prediction. It's not going to be an easy route. Probably not going to be right away, but states are probably going to start putting in the effort of calling for secession, and there'll be serious secession movements. And probably the first state you'll see leave the union, it will be Texas, and then probably others will follow suit. Will that mean civil war right away? Probably not. I don't think so. I think it'll probably first be Texas, and then probably a few other states as time goes by. We'll probably get to either like the midterm election, which could either enact a civil war, or 2024, depending on if Trump decides to run again or somebody else that's among the populist movement that rises to power and like overshadows Trump, and that will definitely kickstart the civil war. Or if Kamala Harris takes over for Biden, that will definitely start a civil war. But I don't think secession is going to be what actually starts the civil war. It will be just complete and utter chaos at Washington, D.C. that will probably start the civil war. Now, if it's challenged and Trump somehow turns it around and he's elected, we will probably see secession from the blue states. So we'll probably see maybe first California, then New York, and others following suit. Probably mostly will be the Pacific states. So California, Oregon, Washington. You might see some breakoffs from California. That will probably what we'll see. And then could it lead to civil war? Maybe, maybe not. I have a feeling that if the red states secede, that's when we'll probably head towards civil war. If the blue states secede, we'll probably not see civil war, because the red states pretty much just want to be left alone and be able to live how they want to live. They're not trying to force the blue states to live the way that they want to live. And so if the blue states want to leave, let's say they want to leave and they want to join Canada, they're not going to, most likely they're not going to care. But the red states decide to leave. Well, the blue states have been constantly trying to force their agenda down all the red states' throats, and they probably will attempt to enact a civil war. Anyway, I'm not advocating for a civil war. This is just my prediction. And like I said, I don't think any kind of civil war is going to happen like at the grassroots level. It's most likely going to happen because right now we're seeing a big rift in the establishment. And that's how you have civil war, is when you have a rift in the establishment. And you have the crony corporatists that are pushing for their agenda, their globalist agenda, and they're the ones that are going to be really trying to enact this kind of like civil war if nobody tries to fall in line, because you do have the populist movements. You have populist movements on both the left and the right, and right now the left and the right do not see eye to eye, do not get along. However, like you're seeing right now with the stimulus check fiasco, that could be something that will unite the left and the right and push back against the crony establishment. Would that mean will that mean civil war? I don't think so. But I think more than likely it's going to be it's going to be a very confusing, messy next few months or a couple of years, because nobody's going to get what they want, and it's going to be frustrating. You're going to have two populist movements on the left and the right, and the establishment is not going to be able to silence them for very much longer. You're going to have them voting in people. You're going to have the Democrats that are going to increasingly try to take one-party power. And I would say if that happens, then that's definitely going to be civil war, probably more of a grassroots level. And then it will move forward to a much bigger situation. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope that's not going to happen. And if anything does happen that is significant, I do hope that it is that the red states secede in a peaceful manner, and we're able to just go our separate ways from the red and the blue states, and be able to just coexist as separate countries. Because I think that's probably going to be what's best for everybody else. If you're hearing some dings, I do apologize. I keep getting messages. But anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to say today. And y'all have a good Merry Christmas, because Christmas is coming. So I hope all of you had a good winter solstice, happy Yule. And everybody have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys later. I will see you guys in the next video. And if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe, and I will have, like I said, I will have stuff for my Patreon and stuff like that later, hopefully by my next video. You guys have a good holiday.